Hey beautiful people, my name's Lynda Gaiao
And I'm Sian Wilson.
and we are coming to chat to you today around this whole little project that we've got up and going at the moment called
Human Design Conversations.
both of us started our human design experiment at the beginning of this year. And as we started at a similar time and we've been looking at charts together and we've been researching information and we've actually been studying with a human design professional for a while now. This friendship and this bond formed between us because we had this common ground to talk about. And there was this whole idea of, hey, how does this work for you? What happens here? Okay, this week in my experiment, I'm playing with this. Can you kind of watch how I'm doing that? Or can you tell me what you see from that? And so we ended up actually having heaps of human design conversations between the two of us.
Yep.
And because of that, we started noticing the depth to which we were able to go into our human design experiment accelerated.
Yes.
Because there was this whole conversation between the two of us into the exploring of that. And so the idea of human design conversations came about because we thought, well, probably there's a bunch of other people out there. They've got this chart and they're like, okay, so what now? What do I do with this? And you'll start to find that there may not be as many people out there to really have a deep conversation with about human design as you might think. And we really wanted to help other people as well as ourselves to have more conversations in human design. So
Exactly. Yes. And one of the reasons that I'm finding it really valuable is there's so much information out there on human design, and there's tons and tons and tons. But as it's an experiment and we're living our design, not just gaining the knowledge, it's really helpful for me to have someone to bounce off the ideas. So I could read something online, but if I'm not feeling it inside me, and I'm not sure if I could have a feeling that it's what it might be, but if I can talk to somebody else who's objective, but also still on the same journey, we can thrash it out.
Yes.
Whereas a lot of what you can access, because there's heaps and heaps and thousands of things online, you can test it and self-verify it for yourself, but it helps to speak to somebody else and to share. And it's exciting to share the patterns you notice and your tendencies.
because what that brought up for me when you were talking about that is it's about taking something that's theoretical or in an information base and actually bringing it into the physical, into the form consciousness, into the body and experiencing it for yourself. It's not about this person said this is what I am, so that's what I am. It's going to check and see. But I think a lot of people can get caught up because they're not jumping into this experiment in a radical way. And I think that it does take a certain amount of radicalness to actually see how it works. If you're going to just, sit beside the pond and dip your toe in, you may get, I'm pretty sure you'll get a certain amount of value, but it's not until you actually dive into the water and fully immerse yourself in this experience of human design that you start to go like, holy shit, seriously, like I didn't know that it could be like this. And for me, it's like having almost like a Christmas gift in a sense, or some type of a gift where when you unwrap, there's another gift inside and another one and another one. There's all these layers, and I just, with all the work that I did as a psychic before this and as a teacher for many years, what I love about human design is how accurate it is and how it gives you this language to really describe what you're seeing. Because it's pretty amazing. And I mean, you'll confer with this, but we were having a ladies meetup recently where this one woman was talking about how she's in law, and she was talking about all these values and all the law things that she was involved in. And I just immediately I was like, I bet you she has a specific gate. I almost want to bet you that she has this gate. And I look at her chart, and lo and behold, she has the gate. And it blows me away at how accurate human design is, and how even if people don't know that much about human design, your body knows the truth of who you are. And it's only through your social conditioning that you are so far away from that. But it's like a homing beacon, right? Pointing you back to this home base where you're like, this is me, and this is why I'm amazing, and this is why I'm so awesome, and this is what I'm good at. And when I can be successful being me, and for you as a manifesting generator, feel satisfied using your energy in the moment and being self-empowered as you, you know, life is pretty cool, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, being in the body. And if you are a generator or manifesting generator, part of what I'm learning is, because there apparently are some small distinctions, but really getting back to the basics of the body and how my body responds and what feels great. And for me, it's like also starting in a dojo or a gym, having the conversations together. It sort of almost adds a bit of a commitment to the practice, because it is a daily practice every day. And having taught mindfulness before, part of human design practice is the watching of the mind. And it's, you know, you have to be diligent and go in and out, in and out, back, and every single day start it again. Because the mind's never going to be completely still. It might settle a bit over some things, but we can always be triggered by energy that comes into our energy. But having someone with me who we can talk to, it does, you keep going. It's nice to have, to bounce ideas and to also notice the development of how you're learning more with your experiment.
Yeah, I mean, that brings up a point. Recently what happened where I'd found a video online of another projector talking about how, you know, giving some points, and I said to Sian, hey Sian, tell me, what do you think about this lady? And I could feel like my open ego coming up, because I was like, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't speak like she speaks, I don't explain it the way she does. And there was a sense of, you know, how do I need to be more like her, because she looks successful. And what was great for me is that Sian looked at the video and was like, nah, she's not as good as you, she doesn't say it, and I was like, it really helped me with the open ego to just bring my attention and awareness to that, and to recognize, hang on, I'm not her, and I'm never going to be like her, but that's totally fine. I do it in my own way, and that's perfect for me and for whoever wants to listen to me.
Exactly.
You know, the more that you can come into this frequency of what it means to be yourself, the more anything outside of that just feels like you get this like intense reaction to things, you know.
Totally.
I've even had some physical responses where I feel like I want to throw up. Like my body so violently says, no, this is not for me. Yeah, and I think you've had some of those as well, right?
And with me being generator, sacral authority, just getting up and leaving the room when the place doesn't feel right, and going, "Hey, hello, what happened there?" Yeah, so definitely big ahas.
And so, you know, where I would love to see human design conversations going is to continue with live events, where we're actually meeting people face to face and coming to meet you, because it's really awesome to be in the physical energy of another being and to connect with that energy. And then we want to also extend, because we're seeing, you know, there's obviously people all around the world who are into human design, and, you know, having accessibility to bring it to whoever you've had contact with in the past, as well as myself, and to kind of reach a wider audience and start having some maybe Zoom or some type of video streaming live type of videos where we can have human design conversations in that way. Because even though I'm on quite a few different Facebook groups around human design, and I definitely feel that there's a lot of miscommunication sometimes in the written words. And even you and I notice that, right? We often try to message through Facebook Messenger or whatever about this happened to me, or this is going on, and, you know, sometimes it's actually talking through that brings a depth too. So
and also hearing your own words out loud. You can notice when you're out of your frequency and the words kind of feel slower or discombobulated. And so practicing with other people in a safe place where everyone's going to accept you and see you as your unique being, because as stepping back into the world, people still may place you in their roles, or you still are in the conditioned field. But if you're in a group who are all looking at each other and feeling like we're all learning about this. We're all got so much to learn and experience, but we accept whatever comes up for each other.
Yep.
There's not going to be a judgment, and so it's a really good practice ground.
Yep.
Because I've had conversations, and even in the early parts of our journey, where I felt afterwards I'd left you that my mind had gone crazy.
Yeah.
But I hadn't felt it. I was still learning. I hadn't felt it in the moment, and I felt, this open center, like guilt because I rabbit on too much, and then. But it actually, that practice of what's happening with your mind, that becomes part of the conversation and the experiment. And you can go to a place where it's okay if your mind wants to go crazy. Sometimes you need to see your mind going crazy out loud, not just up there in your head, to know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. And it's also that opportunity then to go, hey, I noticed that.
Yes.
I see that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also have that acceptance between people where you feel safe.
Yeah.
To allow that to happen and then be able to come back and be...
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about this. Did you notice that? Or I was feeling this. Did you see that?
Yes.
That, this is happening now. And it's really kind of like a debriefing process of interactions.
And the fact that we've talked already about how the sacral feels, or the splenic response feels for different people.
Yes.
There's no one set thing. So we can all help each other to
absolutely
come to our own. Whereas, often what you may see on training says, well, the sacral should do this, but really feeling it and discussing it, you can work out if it's true for you and what feels good.
Because it's so important, right? Your inner authority is the thing that guides you through life. So if you really take the time to get to know it, it's going to be your center place and your homing beacon for wherever you need to go, whatever you need to do. You can always just come back to this place.
Yes.
For me, it kind of feels like settling back into home.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like a really comfortable place to be there, and everything feels more aligned.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool feeling, right?
And for me, a sense of a trust, and learning to trust my body's responses. So the getting up and leaving thing, that's okay. Like my mind had a huge field day about what was happening there. Or if I can feel my mind going a bit mental, just relaxing with the discomfort, relaxing with it. It doesn't mean it has to go away, but just feeling into the body and just relaxing with it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Feels good.